Hello, this is Sharon Creech again. I'm back in America. It's snowing outside, it's cold, and I'm going to read one more chapter from The Unfinished Angel. This is probably the last chapter that I'll read. I don't want you to get sick of it. Okay, this one's called The Nature of Signora Divino. And again, it's narrated by the angel with her little bit of an Italian accent, and she's talking about her neighbor Signora Divino and her grandson Vinny. The nature of Signora Divino. Now it is true that Signora Divino and her grandson Vinny sometimes make me want to throw pine cones or to pinch them slightly, but I need to tell you more so you will understand why I watch over them. I am there when Signora Divino is born. I am summoned because she is stuck inside her mamma. It takes a lot of flishing here and there and much combing of the air and the midwives, but at last the baby is delivered. Her name is Mariana de Puccio. Her lips curl up at the sides in a friendly way, and her wee mouth is puckered, as if to give a kiss or make a bubble. I like this little baby, and I stick around to be sure she is okay. Such a funny child, like she will ask a tree if she can borrow a twig, and she will burst into song in the middle of church. And the phone's ringing. Just a minute. Okay, it makes me crazy, the phone. Back to the book. Where was I? Oh yes, so the little child, she will burst into song in the middle of church, and she will tell you everything you might want to know about fairies or dinosaurs. Sometimes she is an impish child, too, sneaking chocolates and bringing worms into the house. I like to be in her energy, so much laughing and goodwill. I am there for her wedding to Signora Divino, and when their son Massimo is born, and while he is growing up and losing the car in the lake and taking flying lessons and many things like that. And I am there when the son marries Betta, and when they have a son, Vinny. Signora Divino is so happy to have a grandson. And one day, a day of blue sky and spring breezes, Massimo tells his mama and papa to sit on the terrace with Vinny and watch the sky, and maybe in an hour or so they will see something beautiful. And so Signora and Signora Divino and their 2-year-old grandson Vinny sit on the terrace in the afternoon sun, and they enjoy the air on their faces, and they watch the sky. They hear a humming sound, the drone of a small plane, and they turn as the plane enters the valley between the mountains. Vinny claps his hands. He loves planes. And then Signora Divino knows. It's Massimo. She waves elaborately. She sees the yellow scarf of Betta, Massimo's wife. Look, Vinny, it's your mama and papa. The plane flies lower and dips its wings toward the house of the Divinos. Oh, it is exciting to see. Signora Divino calls to the neighbors. Come, come, look, it's Massimo. The plane soars to the end of the valley, rises and turns elegantly, heading back toward the local airport to the west. Such a day! Such blue sky and purple mountains so sturdy, and silver lake so calm and still. Such a day! And then, bip, bip, an odd noise. A stuttering bip, 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 and a narrow plume of white smoke, and a loud banging and the jerking of the plane, and Signora and Signora Divino and their friends shouting, No, 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 and little Vinny clapping his hands. Bip, 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 whirr. The plane regains its course and dips over the mountains as everyone strains to see and listen. Is the plane in good form? Will it crash? Will it make it to the airport? All they hear is a low drone. Is normal? Signor Divino asks no one in particular. Is good? Signor Divino slumps into a chair and remains like a flour sack, limp, mute. Signor Divino and a neighbor race to the airport. An hour later they return with the triumphant Massimo and Berta. Whoa, Massimo says, whoa, there must have been an angel watching over us. Oh boy, not just watching, but flishing and flailing and swirling the air currents. Papa, Papa, Vinny says. Massimo sees his mother a flump in the chair. Mama, Massimo says, Mama? Signora Divino cannot speak. The shock has been too much. For 2 weeks she does not speak. When she hears the drone of a plane outside, she covers her ears and crouches. And then one day she speaks. I make ravioli, is what she says. And on she goes. But she is not the same. She seems hard on the outside, but inside is soft and fragile like an egg. When her husband dies later that year, the outside gets harder and the inside softer. I protect Signora if I can. If I pinch her or Vinny and throw pine cones at them, it is only because I do not want them to become crooked and bitter. I want them to remember what it is like to think, such a day. That's it. Good night. Bye.